Hello and welcome to another edition of After the Whistle. This is the last show of the year. We are hyped. It's the trifecta once again. Todd is here in the Nike blue. I don't know what he got on his feet, but
he's got some J's on.
He got J's. Stevie Patrick is back with us. This the third time this year?
Yeah, third time this year. You know I love you guys. I can't stay away from you guys.
Yeah. There's a lot.
Sports talk.
There's a lot happening in the sports world. First, I was watching Belly for the 180th time last night.
Ooh, one of my favorites.
I was just watching, and how come Nas never had the lights on in his house?
That was his whole mood throughout the whole movie. So I think it was kind of symbolic to that. Yeah, man. I totally got it. I get it. I like lights, but I'm not a big on bright lights, but you need some lighting in your house, especially when you're reading.
Right. Compared to Tommy's house, that was lit up like
that
Christmas.
Man, it's kind of like their person.
The personalities, man.
Yeah, you think about it.
You're right.
It was just, but yeah, when I was watching, like, that was something I never really, like, the first few times I never really paid attention to it. Then I'm watching, I'm like, yo, why is this dude always in the dark?
That's
even
true.
during the day, like, at least turn one light.
I can't even do dim lighted restaurants. People know I'm nodding off like, yo, we got to go somewhere bright. Like, so I get it.
And then one of the funniest scenes is the basement scene when what he did to the dude. How do you live with yourself after that? That happens to you, like.
Yeah, I guess you just don't tell anybody.
You can't even try to act hard outside of that, because it's just like, dude,
you got to move out of state. You got to move out of state.
8-ball, quarter pocket.
Yeah, get a whole new identity and stuff, man. Like, geez, Louis. Before we get into all the NFL stuff, first, quick on the NBA, the inevitable happened. It was just about matter of time that happened. Steph broke the three-point record last night. It's fitting that he broke it at Madison Square Garden because, I mean, everybody else breaks records or sets records at Madison Square Garden.
Right. MJ,
LeBron, Kobe,
yeah.
Reggie Miller, all that.
Yeah.
So he did that, and it's also fitting like he was the pick right before the Knicks. So it's just like, bad things always happen to the Knicks, and this is just like the icing on the cake right there for their. It's like a storytell of their franchise. It's just like everybody else flourishes on their home court.
Yeah, that's the story of the Knicks.
Listen, I believe as far as Steph goes, he's, like everybody says, the best shooter ever created by God, I believe. And like you said, it was fitting. It was fitting in the Garden, the Mecca. He couldn't get any better for a guy like that. I'm just happy for him.
And the crazy thing is, there were so many people that thought he wouldn't last 3 years in the league because of his size, and then he got the early ankle injuries, so they didn't think he would have the type of career that he had. And his dad didn't even think he would make it to he didn't even think this would happen for him, just because he wasn't highly recruited out of high school and stuff like that. You're Del Curry's son, but he wasn't like, he didn't look like
Del Curry.
Yeah.
Especially when Del played in the league and he knows what it takes to get there, and his son kind of took a different route.
Yeah.
So it was just one of those things, and the game's changed.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
he changed it. But also, too, the game changed before it with like less contact. They're bringing it back to more contact now, but his dad's probably thinking, like, what I had to go through to get to the league, I don't think my son could have did it playing the way he plays now. Right.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So that's all it was, how the game just transformed and allowed Steph to be able to be, I want to say, what to say, you can't contain motion.
Yeah.
So motion free, he's able to get those shots off, and then he was hitting a lot of and 1 threes and stuff. So
I give Del props too because of Seth too. I mean, both brothers, they're lights out shooters, man, killers.
And also if you look at the stories of each of them, Seth and Steph, he's like one. He got lottery pick, he was gonna get the shot. The other, he had to work his way from pretty much from the bottom. G
League
on up.
He went to Liberty first before he even went to Duke.
Crazy thing about it, they always said that Seth was better than Steph too. Like coming out of high school and stuff, he's a little bigger than Steph. But like definitely kudos to Del for creating that. And like I feel like he's the type of parent to not pressure his kids. And he just had them around the game and just allowed them to see, the pros and the cons of being a professional athlete, and just giving them the torch and seeing what they could do with it.
And it's cool that it's like they created their own lane, and Seth, they're not like, oh, that's just Steph's little brother. Nah, that dude got game. You leave him open. And what I love about Seth is he has what Ben Simmons doesn't have. He has that killer shooting, but he has that killer instinct in him.
Yeah.
Like he wants to take shots.
Yeah,
It was like somebody was saying, if you could take whatever he has and put it into Ben Simmons,
you can't teach that.
Yeah,
Something you can't teach.
You can't. And the crazy thing about Steph is, as great as he is, his teammate is, Clay's out right now, but he's probably his second best shooter all time. If Steph wasn't in the league, it'd probably be Clay breaking all these records. Or if they didn't play on the same team,
If he didn't get injured.
yeah,
He'd probably be competing for the records.
right. So that's also the craziest thing about that. NFL, it's ramping up. Playoffs is coming up. Monday Night Football was a wild one between the Rams and the Cardinals. And Odell Beckham, 3 games, 3 touchdowns. He had three during his time with the Browns.
Well, remember I was saying about the Rams and Stafford. I know you're not too high on him, but I just knew it was an adjustment, and I called Odell the big distractor because, as you see, it's still allowed Kupp to get 13 receptions for 123. So when you're so worried about Odell, you forget you got Kupp, who's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's just like now they're figuring out that 1-2 punch, and they got back on track.
And surprisingly, they was out. They're starting running back and they're starting tight end, and to still get the W. I mean, that says something about the Rams coaching, the team, camaraderie. And it also says something about Arizona, too.
Well, yeah.
We was always like, every time we talked about Arizona, we're just like, they're good, but
right.
Well, Murray it was his first game back, or he came back. All right, well, you haven't thrown the ball 49 times his first game back. Like, let the man get implemented and playing under the lights again, because he's been out for a couple games, and you only rushed 22 times. And the problem is you're averaging 4.7 yards a carry. You should have continued that.
The biggest issue I had with them was the 4th down plays. Like they had one in the red zone. They should have kicked the field goal the first time. Then they had another one. It was like the play they drew up. It was kind of like they knew that was coming. So you got to be a little more creative with the plays. And then at the end of the game, the clock management was horrible.
That's what got me about the game was the clock management. And so you blame that on the coaching staff.
Yeah.
They're younger than me. The head coach is probably younger than me, I think.
I think he's under 30. He's under 40.
Under 40. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I don't think he's ready for a big moment like that.
No. This was his chance too. This was his chance to let everybody, okay, we're serious, because they win this, they'll still be they'll have that chance at the number 1 seed, get a bye, get a home game.
Now people are talking about sending Kingsbury back to college.
Nah.
So you better look for one of them college jobs.
Nah.
That's what I heard.
You got to give a man some slack, man. So some of these people have longer leashes than others in the league, and you got to allow the man to learn. Like, he's a young coach. He has a young quarterback who's amazing as well.
Yeah.
So one thing I don't like when you have great quarterbacks you have great young quarterbacks, they rely too much on them rather than just the overall game plan for the team. And that's what you can see. There's no reason why the man should almost throw the ball 50 times.
It's also Kingsbury's 3rd year, too. I don't know why they want to send him back to the league. They've improved each year. They've won more games each year. So it's
just talk.
That's dumb talk.
Whenever somebody loses, they just want to, blame someone.
Yeah,
but that was terrible, though.
Yeah, the clock management was absolutely dreadful. But I mostly wanted to talk about this game, just to talk about how all the people that were saying Odell was done or Odell can't play no more, how dumb they look, because it's just like, okay. He's catching touchdowns, and the quarterback he left is still having issues finding other receivers besides him. So it's like, ooh.
Also, too, shout out to Aaron Donald, man. Man amongst boys.
Man.
Started the game with a sack and he finished the game with a sack.
Man. I would not want any problems with that dude right there. That dude is that's a different type of player.
And then you add Von Miller.
Yeah, they're getting more in tune. They're getting more in tune.
And they didn't have Ramsey.
Oh yeah, he was like, and they had another player too. I think another receiver, Higbee. They didn't have Ramsey or Higbee. They both were ruled out right before the game too. So this was a good, much needed win for the Rams, because they were on the downside. The Packers, they took over the number 1 seed. It was a shootout with the Bears that I didn't see coming.
I think I picked the Packers to go to Super Bowl. I think on that first show. I think.
Did you?
I think so, TV.
We know you picked the Cowboys over the Raiders on Thanksgiving.
Definitely. Remember that.
Y'all pulling my card.
He said, talk to me next week.
We ain't forget about that.
We was looking for you the week after.
Well, but the Packers, for a quarterback, they got a messed up toe. It sure looked like there's nothing wrong with him. And the Bears, you can give them credit. They gave it an effort, but it's just they could never win in Green Bay, and they could never beat Aaron Rodgers.
Well, that too, but in order to win, you have to value the football.
Yeah, that's
you can't have 3 turnovers with a rookie QB who's been getting pummeled all season, and you're barely running the ball, and you was averaging 6 yards a carry. I don't want to hop on running the ball all the time, but they don't run the ball enough. Most teams don't. You need balance, and Rodgers hits his stride every season.
Yeah,
he hits his stride every season around
this time.
Oh, I want to say a couple later games in the season, but
usually most great teams with great quarterbacks, it's like November, December. That's when they turn it on. That's when they turn the switch and start playing really MVP level football, and that's what he did. I mean, 4 touchdowns, no interception, and Devontae Adams, nobody could guard him.
Yeah,
like who they had on him?
And shout out to Devondre Campbell, man. He had 16 total tackles, 9 solo.
Yeah, the Bears did all they could to win this game, but it was just
the Packers' defense is underrated.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole league.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're very underrated. I think that's what's going to carry them to the promised land this year. I mean, I don't see. I like Tampa too. I'm sure we'll get to them soon, but.
Yeah.
I like Tampa, but I just think Green Bay's defense is underrated.
I mean, you give up 27 points in the first half, then only 3 in the second half. I mean, there was something was said in the locker room after that, especially 24 in the second quarter. So yeah, their defense they've been getting at the quarterbacks a lot this year. They've played a lot better than I thought they played. I thought they'd be decent, but they're actually really, really good. And right now they're the number 1 seed, 6-0 at home. They haven't lost a home game yet this season. So yeah. Coming to Lambeau is like it's gonna be a tough one, but the only one person that could ruin that. He's down there. He might get the MVP.
Yeah,
it's a good battle.
And we'll get there. Tampa Bay, Tom Brady and them boys. They seem to be hitting their stride as well. It looked a lot better. They were beating the brakes off the Bills throughout the game, and then the Bills just did the. It was kind of like I refer to like the pass it to Will offense, but instead it's like Josh Allen just. Do something if it's not there, run the ball, because he had like 100 yards rushing, scrambling and stuff. But when you play catch up, you get tired.
Yeah,
it weighs you down.
And the Bills don't have the roster to play catch up.
They don't have the defense either.
Right.
I don't know if they
offense. I don't think they have the offensive roster.
I don't know if they were mad at the reporter. I don't know if they were mad this time about if someone asked them about stopping the run like they were last week.
They did a pretty good job stopping the run this week.
Leonard Fournette broke off a 60-yarder in the first quarter.
I don't understand.
That's a big play.
I don't understand how you think you're going to win when Allen's doing everything for you.
He was doing it. Yeah, he was doing everything.
Think about it. They rushed 19 times. He had 12 of them.
Yeah.
Like, what are you paying these running backs for?
They don't have it.
They don't have any running backs.
They're all injured?
No, they're just not good.
DMPs.
I mean, well, sign me up. I'll take a couple hits for a couple $100,000. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, what do you expect to do? Like, he's not going to work a miracle, especially throwing the ball 54 times. Like, these numbers are these video game numbers.
Yeah, it looks like it looks like they're treading this way. It looks like they're treading this way.
It's looking like it.
Yeah, and their defense still has issues stopping the run. I mean, Leonard Fournette broke loose on you. And then in overtime, it looked like they gave up on that play. After he caught it, it looked like it was just like, we're done here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but did Brady audible that play? Was that an audible?
I'm not positive.
I'm not positive, but
because he was just too open.
He had all the time in the world too to pass that ball.
He was just too open.
He might have just checked out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that was it.
I mean,
look, when
I don't know.
You throw a short pass like that, and then the dude just breaks off running.
That's what I mean.
That's just
either a breakdown in coverage or
you just tapped
an
out.
audible.
Yeah, all three. Breakdown coverage, audible, and they said we checked out.
Hot failure.
Yeah, we ready to go. This Florida Heat got to us. It's overtime, but yeah, the Bills. It's not looking good for them. Their playoff hopes is kind of shaky right now.
Good for us.
Yeah, it's great for the Pats.
Speaking of that run,
It is great for the Pats who Now they got like a 2-game lead in the division on them, so they got a big one coming up against the Colts. But yeah, for Tampa Bay, this is another team, man. I think they're built. They don't care. It don't matter where they play in the playoffs. It could be home or on the road. You're still gonna have
defending champions.
They know
they
what
got
it takes.
confidence. They know what it is.
Yeah. So man, the Bills. Ooh. All right, Washington football team and Dallas. This was like a weird game. If you looked at the score, you'd think Dallas dominated, but it was more so their defense dominated this game. But their offense was kind of
suspect.
And Washington had a chance to win this game too. So it's
Dallas's running game is it's hurt right now. Clearly, it's hurt. But he's injured, and he said it. He admitted it. And Pollard, he had COVID-19 or something. He was out.
He was in the protocol.
Yeah, he was out. And what are you going to do after that? Dak can't run. His calf and his ankle.
Yeah, they just don't look like they look
CD,
like.
They tried CD on some couple things that didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, my issue with Washington is they can't continue drives.
Besides not having a team name.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest issue. Racist people in that company, that organization. They can't continue drives, only going 3 for 14 on third downs. Yeah. And they can't run the ball, even though they were getting some yardage. But I get it. Heineke's been doing his thing, but you can't rely on that man. Like, how tall is he?
I don't know.
He's one of the shorter guys, like 5'10".
He looks so little.
His idol was Russell Wilson. So
all right, but he just he looked like he looked bad out there. Like when he was getting hit, like
Micah Parsons was like,
oh my God, like them turnovers, like them fumbles is Lord.
That dude right there though. He reminds me of Lawrence Taylor.
He might be MVP.
Yeah,
Not too many people remind me of Lawrence Taylor. Micah Parsons is a problem.
Yeah. He might be
He's
considered league MVP, defensive player of the year.
He's definitely that.
And MVP, but the MVP is like a quarterback rate. It's like a quarterback award now. But yeah, Dallas, they look like a team that it's just all the injuries is hitting them at the wrong time of the season. The only good thing for them, they play in one of the worst divisions in football.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
But they got a 3-game lead right now too.
Yeah,
I don't even think they can give it up.
Yeah, no, they got.
I mean, you see this game here. They couldn't give up if they wanted to because Washington won it.
Yeah, Washington. Yeah, they literally tried to give this game away. In Washington, I think they had a turnover late on their last drive to try and tie the game.
I don't want it.
But this team.
Yeah, he threw an interception to a lineman.
Yeah. But yeah, the Cowboys, this team, though, all that hype early on, they were playing so well. But this is just typical Dallas Cowboys. Early on, they're playing so great, and then as the season goes and goes, it's just like something's happening, everything's going wrong.
But that was an amazing interception.
Yeah, it was.
By the big man?
Yeah. The word of the day for me, as you can see, is amazing.
Yeah, that was.
It was a pretty good play.
Yeah.
What? He slapped it, had to turn around. Like, most of them dudes would have fell over.
Yeah, but Dallas defense
He's amazing. That was amazing.
It's a different defense.
Yeah, but their
Different
offense is. Their offense.
I think once they get their running game together, though.
I don't think they'll ever get it together at this point in the season. I don't think it'll ever, because you don't get healthier as the season goes on.
This is true.
You don't get healthier,
especially in football.
Yeah, basketball. Yeah,
True. Good point.
Football.
Good point.
You having all these 300-pound men hitting you and stuff.
Yeah,
like
but you
that.
can scheme different.
But see what basketball is, you can relieve guys. They can take games off.
Right.
Football, you can't risk losing games. So you need your starters out there every game.
That's why I say scheme.
Or just get better backups.
I don't think they have the proper staff to create the proper schemes. You know who does? The Chiefs. They seem to have found their stride. The Raiders, man.
Bro, we talked about this. We talked about this last week, and I said they're like a wounded animal limping into each week. Now it's like, you remember Best of the Best. They like my man Alex Grady when he popped his shoulder out, but there's nobody to pop it in. Shout out to Eric Rouse, by the way. Great actor.
And you know the worst part about this game? The Raiders came out there, they go on the Chiefs midfield, and they start doing all that rah-rah extra stuff. And then the first play of the game, you fumble the ball, and they take it to the house. And it's just like...
That was just, all that fake it till you make it. That was like adrenaline. Boom. It was no real adrenaline. That was a shot of adrenaline. It was going to wear off before you know it. And as you see, they have 4 turnovers. This game wore off immediately. Man. And the Chiefs they're back to who they are.
Yes, they're scoring machines.
Yeah, they're back to who they are.
My boy Gordon, he scored his first touchdown this week.
Yeah. And then you just look at them, they had a balanced attack this game too. Like they're not, earlier we was talking about they keep trying to take those big plays that were getting a lot, but now teams are playing those high safeties and taking away those big plays. And what did they do? They ran it like 29 times and threw it 24 times. And when they threw it, it was just like, all right, we're going to dick and dunk you and keep your defense on the field for so long. So it's like,
Mahomes only had 4 misses off 24 attempts with 258 and 2 TDs like that. If he can consistently do that every game,
and he
he'll
can.
Be all right.
That's why they're paying him.
He can do more than that. That's the worst thing. Like, so if he consistently do that, they'll be fine.
Yeah,
it's scary going into the playoffs.
Yeah, right now, I know everybody's been hyped about the Patriots, which is good, but the Chiefs are still they're still the team to beat, and they don't lose at home in the playoffs. I just saw that Mahomes has yet to play a playoff game on the road. So
wow.
Yeah, yeah. So the Patriots, they better finish off strong because if not, you don't want to go into.
That's a crazy stat.
Yeah. You don't want to go into Arrowhead in the playoffs. One, it's cold, it's loud. And if you ain't on your A game,
you don't want that.
If you ain't on your A game,
for a rookie quarterback too. No, you don't want that.
It's gonna end up like this.
Oh my God.
Raiders. Poor Raiders.
It was bad. It was bad for them.
Poor Raiders.
Yeah,
well,
I picked Dallas over the Raiders.
Yeah, they're just crumbling, man, from the top down, bro.
Yeah, the infrastructure's crumbling.
Yeah, bro.
It's bad.
You have to rebuild it over the offseason.
It's bad. All right, lastly, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens.
They're in trouble.
He hurt his ankle in this one. He missed the rest of the game in this. It was just like,
if they can't get him back, they're through.
I'm telling you, somebody did some black magic on them, because for a team to just consistently having injuries to key positions each and every week, starting in the offseason and each game of the season, and now it's your quarterback, it's just like, yo, what?
I ain't got much to say about this, because every week I talk about his usage rate is too high. He has the highest usage rate of any
I'll give you that.
quarterback in the NFL. And what are you gonna do when the Swiss Army knife goes down? How you gonna plug in all those pieces when you use one guy for everything?
Yeah.
Huntley did all right though.
Huntley did do all right. They had the chance to win this game.
No.
But if they had Lamar in here, they probably win. But it was just like, and the injury happened. It's like the weirdest injury too, because he got rid of the ball too, and then the defender just swiped him his feet.
Opposite side.
Yeah, it was just like the defender was chasing him. The ball was already gone. It was just like one of those swiped at his feet, and it's just like, really, this is how he's gonna end this game like that.
I mean, luckily it was his ankle, not his knee. I really thought it was his knee. But also, too, maybe his body's just spent.
Yeah.
Sometimes when your body's exhausted, you start injuring stuff that, like, you got no business injuring.
Like you said, his usage rate.
And also that, he got to take into
spent.
consideration, he just had COVID twice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right,
he had COVID twice at some point. So it's like a lot has happened with him over the past year or so. So it's just,
and their conference now too is up in the air now for anyone. For anyone.
Yeah, but none of those teams are good.
I think they could. I think they could hold him off till he comes back, because I don't think he'll be out that long.
Yeah,
and
I don't think so.
if they plan on keeping him out, he's probably gonna fight to come back sooner.
Yeah.
Remember this. You heard this from me. Pittsburgh might win that conference.
Pittsburgh? What? I mean, yeah, but they're still. I mean, have you seen? We've all lost.
They're gonna get outed in the first round.
The only other team
they might win that conference.
The team I see that should win is the Bengals right now, just because
Cincinnati.
they're healthy and their quarterback and their receivers. They just doing.
They just don't know how to win.
No, they
their
don't.
big games.
No, they don't. It's signs of a young team.
Exactly.
Signs of a young team. But
Very talented.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they are. All right, we're gonna go to No Huddle with Craig. He's gonna talk about this Pats Colts game. It's a big one.
What's up, Craig?
Coming up on it's actually Saturday. Got 2 games Saturday. I thought it was Sunday, but it's Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday Pats game.
Oh, yeah, because college football, they just been waiting for the playoffs. So now we get
Those
NFL
350 bowl
weekends.
games and stuff like that.
All
Team
whack
be,
too.
team be
Like,
500 bowl games.
yeah, all you see. BC got a bowl game.
The Family Dollar
They
bowl
hurt me.
game.
hurt
They were into like the military bowl game or something like that. But
They
they're
hurt
6
me
and
this
6.
year.
All right, let's go to that, and then we're gonna come back to talk some college football and then some other stuff. All right.
What up, everybody, and welcome once again to No Huddle here on After the Whistle. It's your boy Craig, and I'm here to give you my football update of the week. Let's talk Patriots. Let's talk Indianapolis Colts. Let's talk AFC. So, Patriots had a bye week. Going into the bye week as number 1 team in the AFC. Since then, technical difficulties. Since then, both the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens have lost another game, solidifying our spot at the number 1. Now, you still got Tennessee and Kansas City nipping at our heels. But we face Indianapolis Colts this week. And what I can say about the Indianapolis Colts is 2 words. Jonathan Taylor. The boy is a beast. We have had trouble in the past of stopping the run. I believe that that's their only game plan is to run Jonathan Taylor. With that being said, you put J.C. Jackson on Michael Pittman and you stack the line. I think we shut the Colts down. Matt Judon putting pressure on Carson Wentz, forcing him to scramble and make mistakes, trying to force the ball to Pittman, leaving J.C. Jackson with a handful of football. I like the Patriots in this game because it's not about who's got the better quarterback or the better offense. It's who can score more points against which defense. And I believe that the Colts offense will not score as many points against our defense as we will. I believe that that's how it's going to go down. Our defense is going to play a little better. Our offense is going to do what it do, and we take home the victory. Now, you got Kansas City. They're nipping at the heels with what I believe is a slightly favorable matchup, coming off a huge win. In Las Vegas, so could spell trouble for us. Like I said, they're nipping at the heels, but I believe we have a nice ride straight to the playoffs. We got Indianapolis. We're back at Buffalo. We got another game in Miami, and I think it's smooth sailing from here on out. And we have Jacksonville as well. So if things go the way they should, we should finish the season with the losses that we have right now. I don't see us losing another game, not even to Buffalo, who's been exposed. They can't run the ball, and if you can put pressure on Josh Allen, we can win that game. So I'm liking our odds. I think we finish the number 1 in the AFC and we get the bye week. But that's, we still got to face Kansas City in the playoffs. And I'm hoping that either one, Kansas City makes a mistake in the playoffs and they get knocked out early, or we face them in the AFC Championship to get to that bowl game. But it's crazy to think how the season started, losing to Miami, losing to the Saints, losing to Tampa Bay, losing to the Cowboys. Our season didn't start off great, but we've picked it right up, and we're on a heavy win streak, and I think we can take this to the end of the road. Now, with that being said, can we make it through the playoffs? That's yet to be seen. Can we win a bowl game? That's yet to be seen. But defense is strong. Mac Jones is making good decisions, and the run game is dynamic. So Best of luck to all of us. We'll see how that goes. Green Bay sealed, not sealed, but they took number 1 spot in the NFC, having won, and Arizona having lost in a epic battle versus the the Los Angeles Rams. I feel like Kyler Murray kind of got screwed over in the final seconds of that game. He was on his way to make a drive, had a great 15-yard run out of bounds, holding penalty on the offensive lineman, followed by another penalty, draining all the seconds away. I think he could have gave the team an opportunity to make a comeback, but penalties really stuck it to him. So how will the season end? Who will remain on top? Hopefully it's the Patriots. Most likely it's Green Bay, but we'll see what happens. That's all I have for you this week. See you next week on No Huddle. Back to After the Whistle.
All right, we are back. Yeah, there's way too many college bowl games. Way too many games. I mean, it's cool for the teams that go to like the Bahamas and like Hawaii and Miami and all that, but when you got to go to Detroit.
Right.
Idaho.
Who wants to go to Idaho?
You said
Right.
Detroit so harshly.
Like
though.
Montana. No, like Detroit.
Shout out to our people in Detroit.
Shout out to the Detroit folks. The Detroit got some cool people, but you don't want
Drink the
to.
water.
You don't want to be.
It's true.
You don't want to be going there in December for a bowl game.
I think the only benefit to obviously all these bowl games, the scouts get to see guys for one last time that's trying to make a push for the NFL.
That's not even the benefit. The benefit is the bread. We all know what the benefit is.
Yeah, I'm talking about for the players though that might not have got those looks. When you make it to the bowl game, everybody's
true.
watching the
You might
game to
get that
see
last
what players might be able to do what or who's been under the radar.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest with you. I watched like 2 bowl games.
Bro, we're not scouts. I don't get paid to watch. If I got paid to watch bowl games,
I know. But
I don't watch. I just watch the championship games.
Yeah,
That's it. The
yeah.
playoffs and the championship.
unless I
colleges.
know somebody on them teams.
This is probably going to end up being. It's going to be Alabama and whoever, either Michigan or Georgia.
I hope it's Alabama, Michigan. I'm a Michigan guy.
It'll probably be Michigan
Other than the U.
because Georgia doesn't know how to get the quarterback right, so it'll probably be
And they got a
Michigan.
whole line that is catered to get to the quarter. Oh, you mean that they can't get their quarterback right?
They can't get the quarterback
This
correct.
is true indeed, my friend.
They have every other positions, all 5 stars everywhere, and then you got a quarterback who should be like an IT guy or something like that. Oh man, speaking of that, Bryce Young, he was the Heisman Trophy winner. He solidified the Heisman with the last 2 performances, though. His last 2 performances against Auburn and against Georgia was pretty much the solidifier. Stevie's face says it that he thinks somebody else should have won that.
Definitely.
Who do you think should have won that Heisman?
Shout out to the brother here, though. I give him props. Okay, shout out to the brother. But I just think because he's in Alabama, he won that trophy. But I think the trophy should have went to the Pittsburgh quarterback.
Oh,
Oh, you talking about fake slide?
fake slide guy.
Yeah.
He had a chance, but they weren't.
Watching the show,
You gotta,
seeing the stats and all of that.
yeah,
that
but you
kid
gotta
was
win
serious.
games.
That's true.
It comes
Alabama.
down. It comes down to win games,
Juggernaut.
and you gotta have a moment.
You see that dude?
He had back-to-back moments.
You see
Yeah,
that pass he threw?
Listen,
Bro,
shout out to
bro,
the
that
brother.
was
I
like
the
70
brother.
yards, bro.
But nobody was talking about him when they was in all those close games versus Arkansas,
Yeah,
when they lost Texas A&M. Nobody was mentioning his name.
Yeah, because
Now
they usually
come back.
blow guys out, so they're waiting to see what he's gonna do because they know the quarterback of Alabama is always gonna be in contention.
You said it. Alabama.
Always
That's
gonna
why
be
he
in
won that
contention.
trophy.
this is why the college football playoffs is also referred to as the Alabama Invitational.
If that kid was at Oklahoma, because they only had 1 loss, right?
Yeah.
He wouldn't have won the Heisman Trophy,
No, he would not.
okay? With those same stats.
No. I mean, so Oklahoma had the preseason Heisman Trophy winner, and now he transferred.
Right.
So it's just unfortunately, college football is one of those
Shout outs to
who
you,
you play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And style
Bryce Young.
points and all
He's
that
like-
weird stuff.
I think he's like the 4th Alabama player under Saban to win the Heisman Trophy.
Yes.
Mark Ingram,
The kid last year,
Devontae Smith, and Henry.
Henry, yep.
Henry. So I think Saban passed past the old Notre Dame quarterback from like the 1950s with having 4 players.
And this is his first quarterback too, right? Heisman?
Yeah, this is his first quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, the crazy thing is, no matter what happens this year, these dudes are just going to be reloading and going to be back better than ever next year, too. So it's just like this Alabama train isn't going to stop anytime soon.
Yeah, I think I'm just hating on them. I'm just on Alabama, man, because they just win. They beat my Georgia boys, man. I'm
Hey, man, blame the coach for not getting the quarterback right. Speaking of college football, it was signing day today. Deion Sanders is shaking up the college football world. He got the number one player in the country to decommit from Florida State, and he's gonna go to Jackson State,
which is
D1.
But is it just small D1?
No, they what's it called? They just on HBCU.
It is an HBCU, but Deion has got that thing cranking. Like attendance was up this year, viewership was up. Like, Deion is really shaking things up, and you know what's about to happen now. NCAA is about to come in and start looking into some things and try to find a way to give them sanctions and try to.
They're gonna throw a tampering charge on them.
Oh yeah, definitely. All them coaches, all them Power 5 school coaches are probably calling the NCAA right now. Yeah, like we can't have this.
We gotta stop this. And he's doing commercials with Saban too. On the low, Saban's like, we can't have this.
Now Saban's probably like, listen, like my guys are. You leave my guys alone, but those other guys. But then it also just shows you like Florida State, like you have y'all can't get it right at head coach ever since Bobby Bowden left.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can't get it right. I think y'all have had like 3 or 4 coaches. Deion's been there. You could have got him.
That could be right, but that could be a ploy for Deion to go to Florida State and coach too.
Probably because the coach that they got now. Did you hear anything about Florida State all football season? Anything positive?
Bro, for the past maybe 4 or 5 years. Yeah. The last time I paid attention to Florida State was when Homeboy was getting demolished. What was that quarterback's name? He was the Haitian quarterback.
I know who you're talking about.
He was nice, but like he never got a chance to display his talent because he was getting sacked like 5 times a game. After that, I lost all hope in Florida State.
I know. And this is a program.
Remember the last time?
Francois.
Yeah, Francois. Okay. Yeah.
He was nice.
And this is a program from like 1980 something to like 2011 or something. They never finished out of the top 5.
Right.
Ever from like this was like a 25 year
80s and 90s,
span in the past ever since after they won that national championship with Jameis. Everything's been downhill with that.
I think I haven't watched him since Jameis.
Yeah, I mean you got the head coach who quit on the team and bolted to go to Texas A&M and stuff like that, and you hear from the players they didn't even like him. So it's like, man, Florida State, y'all got to get together. But yeah, Deion Sanders is shaking up the college football world, and this was bound to happen at some point. It was always going to happen. Just people probably all those Power 5 coaches.
Happening in basketball first.
Yeah.
Happened in basketball first.
Yeah.
So now it's trickling over to football.
You just needed certain faces at these HBCUs to convince these kids and parents. Unfortunately, and now you have.
I think it's a beautiful
thing. One thing Deion is he can persuade. Like
that's prime.
But it's prime. What? If I was a college football player,
I'm there.
I mean, if I was a high school football player, I was a recruit. Even if I was like a 3-star,
I'm there.
And he came to my house,
I'm there. Oh, definitely.
You ain't even gotta say nothing.
Yeah,
you at my house?
Where's the papers?
Where do I sign? Do I gotta walk up? A red shirt? That's fine. I'll red shirt. Just put me on. I'll play for fine. Because one thing he'll do, he'll put you in the path to get to the league.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's one thing. The former players that are now coaches of those levels, they'll put you on that path to get to the league.
Definitely. And Florida boys, man. Florida boys.
Yeah, man. Did you guys watch Memphis and Alabama last night?
I watched some of it.
It was a good game.
I watched the first half.
Yeah, it was a good game.
Man, yo,
Memphis.
Finally got one.
Yeah, first win over a top 10 team.
Bro, they've been crucifying Penny on Instagram, bro. Yeah. Like crucifying him. And I'm like, it's like his second, third year?
Third year, young team.
Like, Jesus. Them guys reclassed to go to college. Like, you know what I mean? They should be in high school doing their senior years, but they decided to go to college early. Like,
and if he finds the point guard or right point guard, if he can recruit, that's all he needs. He's got all the pieces, but if he finds, don't let him find a point guard that can score and create for others. If he does, once he does that, man.
Dude from Iowa State isn't doing well. Do they transfer and transfer back?
He's not
Really a point.
He's not doing well.
Okay.
He went
did
to
well
Iowa State, transferred to Memphis, and then transferred back to Iowa State.
No. Was at Memphis? Transferred to Iowa State and then
Okay,
came
now
back.
he's back in Memphis.
Yeah, he's doing all right, but he's not, he's not being point guard. He's just there.
All right.
But yeah, that was a big win for them yesterday. All right, we're going to go to Athlete's Corner. This is what, David Brown. This was recorded before their season opener, so this was recorded a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, check this one out. We got to come back. We got highlights and post-game interviews, and we're going to get our game picks and all that good stuff for y'all. Hopefully Stevie don't pick the Cowboys.
I will not. Who are they playing?
Nah, you might have to pick
You
them.
might.
You probably don't have to pick them.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah. All right, we are here at St. Mary's with head coach David Brown. How are you doing, sir?
How you doing, my guy?
I'm good. It's another year, a full year, a normal year kind of for you. How's it feel just going to another year of coaching?
Just excited to get back into it. It's my 19th year. We got a great group coming back, a lot of leaders, guys with a lot of varsity experience. So we're real excited right now.
And what's unique about this team, you got guys that got experience from the team that went to the Garden a couple of years ago that's going to help those younger guys understand how you guys do things here and how you guys play in order to win every night.
Oh yeah, no doubt. We got the three-headed monster that, they've been playing varsity for 3 or 4 years apiece with Ali, Henry, and David. Like you said, they had an opportunity to play at the Garden 2 years ago. They're hungry to get back there, hungry to get back to winning. Last year was a tough year for us with playing 13 games in like 11 days, so it really wasn't a high school basketball season, if you ask me, more than an AAU season. Those three are great leaders, someone that the young kids can lean on, looking for advice. It's going to be a fun year to coach this group because these kids have been with me for a long time. None of them have any type of attitude towards coaches or towards referees or towards other players. They just want to go out there and compete, and they're going to set a good example for the young kids for sure.
And what's also unique about this year's basketball season, just citywide, we got new coaches in different areas, and everybody's kind of trying to rebuild, and then just folks that are trying to continue on what they was doing. So it's going to be like quite a unique season just around Lynn basketball this year.
Oh yeah, definitely excited. We got Coach Avery, who did a tremendous job at Lynn Tech for 15 to 20 years. He's back at Lynn Classical now. Marvin gets those boys to play hard. You got Coach Alvin over at Lynn English, and obviously they did great things the last few years as an assistant. But you can tell that Alvin was really involved in the day-to-day stuff. And you got my cousin CB over at Lynn Tech, and I was so excited when he got the job, and I was kind of like saying to myself like, wow, he's gonna be in a tough situation, but over the course of the summer and the fall, I didn't see a team that improved more or had the kids buying into the system than he did. So, he's a young guy. He's going to get those guys to compete over there. I mean, the Christmas tournament should be exciting. We all go out there. Everyone's knows me. That one thing I do is I hate to lose to a Lynn team. But when I'm not playing them, I want to see them succeed, So it's going to be an exciting time come Christmas time.
Yeah, and definitely. And for you guys, the summer and fall league was so vital because some of you guys, they play football, so you got a chance to get some of those other guys that are looking to contribute into varsity to get them some looks on the summer and fall league. And how did you like their improvement during those times?
Definitely, we had some opportunities for the young kids or kids that without varsity experience to get some exposure and get some experience playing in the fall league and summer league. Obviously, we had some of the football kids playing at times. But, we saw some good things out of certain people. Anthony Dietrich had a great fall until he twisted his ankle. So he's out right now with an injury. Omri Merriman, we're expecting big things from him. He's a great shooter. He can rebound with the best of them. So, we're hoping he has a great season. And we got a freshman, Donnell, that's hopefully coming along during the season. So we got a great group. Derek Kalangis, great football season. We're winning attitude, and he can play multiple positions on the basketball court. Obviously, Nick Sacco, who came along last year late in the season, beginning of the year was playing 4 or 5 minutes a game. By the end of the year, he was starting for me. So we're expecting big things from a lot of these guys.
Yeah, and what I always love about the first couple of days of practice is when when the players realize they're not as in shape as they thought they were, and they kind of come in here thinking everything's going good, they're in shape, and then reality hits for them. As for a coach, do you kind of laugh at that because they kind of like, they don't know what's about to happen?
It's a different type of shape to be in basketball shape opposed to being football, even soccer. So we have a returning kid, Ryan Frere, who's a soccer player, and he was telling the guys, he's all set. Yesterday he was in the back hallway throwing up. Derek had a tough day yesterday as well. So definitely they don't have their basketball legs yet. We open up next Friday, so we have a scrimmage on this Saturday against one of Antonio's team down in Springfield. We're going to spend the night there doing some team building things. Go to the Hall of Fame as a group. Try to get together, have the team dinner, and then get back to it next week and get ready for the game on Friday night. We're playing Beverly on Friday night, who's one of the better teams in the area. My schedule is loaded this year. I haven't posted it yet because I want to keep it a secret so surprise people. But we got some dogs on our schedule. So we don't run from anybody. Spartan Classic at the end of the year. People from the city need to come out for that because people. The top division. You got Malden Catholic, Lynn English, Springfield Central, and Beverly, and then we're playing in the other division. So there's gonna be a lot of good basketball being played this winter here.
Yeah, definitely. And lastly, just. Talk about, you talked about your main guys, your three guys that are going to be focal points on the team, but who are the guys that people should watch out for, people should keep an eye on that are going to be key contributors to your team this year?
Well, first of all, Henry, no one really talks too much about Henry because he tore his ACL last year early in the season. We were 2-0 at the time, and once he went down, we had a tough stretch where we lost a few games. I think people forgot about he's actually the only one who started at the Garden 2 years ago. So, David and Ali might get a lot of hype, but Henry is a tough basketball player, and people are going to be surprised when he gets back out there and plays the way he's capable of playing. And we got Anthony Dietrich, who's as good as any shooter on the North Shore. He had a tremendous off season. That kid lives and dies by getting in shape for basketball. He's been down in the gym, hitting the weights, getting his shots up. He's going to surprise a lot of people. And I got Nas Cleofat, who's a senior, who's going to be in the rotation this year. He's going to surprise people because that kid doesn't back down from anybody. He doesn't have the great basketball skill that some of the kids might have, but he's going to give you 110% when he steps on the floor.
And also on Henry, how's he looking?
Coming along great. I mean, he's like I said, he tore his ACL early December last year. He got a surgery in March, I believe, and he got cleared to go full contact as of yesterday, as of Monday. So he's good to go. He looked good so far in practice. He's had a tough high school career. His freshman year, we went to Florida. He came back. He was sick, missed 2 weeks. Sophomore year, he's having a great season. Breaks his wrist. Last year, as a junior, only return starter, tears his ACL. So I'm praying for the kid to have a good, healthy season this year. Because if he does, he's going to surprise a lot of people.
All right, definitely. And lastly, one more time, please let them know first game, date, time, location.
First game next Friday night, opening night against Beverly. Beverly has a very good basketball team. I believe they went undefeated in the Northeastern Conference, so I expect a big crowd to turn out to support these Lynn kids.
Home game, correct?
No, it's at Beverly.
It's at Beverly.
Opening night is following Tuesday at home.
All right. I might be in Beverly, depending on schedule. I might be there. So, yeah, good luck.
Man. I gotta give you big respect. You're all over the place.
I'm trying, man. These kids need the coverage.
Thank you, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, and we are back. Okay, quick before we get into the post-game interviews, I got some scores to read off from high school basketball. On the boys' end, Lynn Tech lost to Essex Tech 51-38. St. Mary's defeated Arlington Catholic 77-67. I think Todd said he's never lost to them.
Never.
Lowell Catholic defeated Kip Academy 64-59. Lynn English defeated Chelsea 81-57. Lynn Classical defeated Somerville 53-27. 27 points.
By the way, I never lost to Essex either. Coaching.
All right. On the girls' side, Lynn Tech defeated Notre Dame 32-14. St. Mary's defeated Arlington Catholic 78-22. St. Mary's.
Damn.
Yeah, the girl, the young girl they got on St. Mary's, man, she's tough. Yersi?
Yes. Oh yeah. She's a kid. I thought you meant like a young girl, like
she's a junior, I think.
That's what I mean. I thought you meant like a freshman or something.
No.
Right.
She's been killing her whole career.
Yeah, she been killing. I think she had like 22 and she had a double.
A problem.
Yeah, she Yes, she is. Lynn English girls 85, Chelsea 11.
Whoa.
Congrats to Trev on his first win as a head coach.
Who's the head coach over there?
Trev.
Okay.
Congratulations to him getting
bro.
his first win. Lynn Classical girls 58, Somerville 11.
So Max stopped. He's just coaching football now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's start. We're going to go some post-game interviews. First up, we got Alvin. Talk to him on getting his first win and also how they perform, so check this one out.
Man, first game of the season, first win as a head coach. I mean, just leading up to this moment, how's it feeling right now that it's all over?
I think it's exciting. You know, a lot of emotions going into this first one. You want to, you know, our guys been working really hard, you know, and they deserve to get that first win under their belt, and we continue to move forward after this. But definitely very exciting. I think we had a good showing here from our fans, and been very exciting to get the first one down.
It seemed like in that second quarter, you guys went on a run. The defense picked up, and it seemed like they got those jitters out, and they finally started playing the way you expect them to play.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first game of the season. You're not going to get everything right. There's a lot of emotions going into your first game. We have a lot of young guys that, you know what I'm saying, haven't played varsity basketball, so we expected that. You know, we expected the jitters to be there. I think we settled in that second quarter, and we relied on our defense to create some offense.
And how does it feel to have the fans in here? Last year there was nobody in here. Now you got the fans in here. How's that feeling, just having the fans in here?
It's a different experience. I mean, I think that, you know, we had a good amount of people in here today. Our guys feed off of that energy, especially defensively. I think it was very exciting to see some people in the stands, and it's not as quiet as it was during our COVID season, so it definitely was exciting to see everyone here.
All right, congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, next up is Tyrese. Tyrese had a big game. He had 26 points to lead English. This is his first varsity game, so check this one out.
All right, Tyrese, man, first varsity game of the season. You guys got the win. How do you feel? How's it feeling right now?
I feel good. That first win. I feel good.
How do you think you guys played early on? Early on was a little rusty.
Early on, yeah.
Like you guys what kind of clicked for you guys?
It was kind of slow because everyone was forgetting where to be, where the spots were. So we got to work on that in practice. We'll be all right though. So.
You guys have that first game jitters and stuff. Was that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Collectively, how do you think their offense and defense plays?
Well, I say offensively we did some people were in position, but you couldn't really notice because this team wasn't really good on defense. So we kept going by them, but if there's better teams, that offense wouldn't it would have been kind of bad. But we got practice. We'll work on it. Everyone will be better.
How do you think you guys can keep that going?
All be good. I think we have good energy. We'll be fine. I'll work as a team. We'll be good.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
And we are back. All right. It's a college one for you. So I went to Bentley University. You'll see Franklin Pierce take on Bentley. This kid, Isaiah Moore, he's from Maryland. He's a junior guard over there. He lit them boys. He lit Bentley up. He lit them up. Because he was getting, but you know when someone's getting buckets, he's just like, oh. And I'm recording, I'm like, oh. Every time he did that, I'm like, oh. Okay, yeah.
From Maryland?
Yeah, he's from Maryland.
DMV.
Yeah, so check this one out, and then I'll have a little comment on Franklin Pierce after that. But check this out.
All right, man. Quite the defensive play last possession. I know you wanted to make up for that ticky-tack call they made. And then talk about that possession.
He was trying to stay home, but he got me with a good one. He's a great player, and my team always say bounce back if we get last play, so that's what I try to do for him.
All right, for you got it going offensively. You found your shot a lot, and you were knocking down shots when they were making the run. What kind of rhythm were you in?
Like I said, my teammates trusted me, so I got in an early rhythm, so I just want to stay aggressive so we can keep the gap, win this game.
You know, games like this, what does it do for your team? How do you feel this is going to help you guys?
We get more hyped up because we was actually lower than them during the season, so we take everything as motivation to try to come out hard every day, leave it all on the floor.
How do you guys keep it going? You guys play well offensively and defensively. How you gotta keep that?
Start on defense. Just play together, communicate. Let's play together.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, we back. Okay, thanks Isaiah for that. He finished with 27, but
The kid? Isaiah?
no, not that. I mean, you guys coached. If you have somebody on your team that's 6'9" and could play defense and rebound,
He's on the bench.
wouldn't you at some point put him in the game?
Yes.
I'm a little biased, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
The coach, yes.
yeah, I mean, if he was 6'9" and you knew he wasn't ready, I understand. But if he's 6'9" and he's better than the two other guys you're playing in front of him,
At least use his body, pick up some fouls. Something.
he can defend
Right.
and block shots. He don't even need the ball on offense.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say with that because we know him personally and we've seen how he plays. So I don't
Oh, we know
understand.
this kid.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't even know what
You
to
don't wanna
say
say his
about
name?
this.
No, we'll tell. All right, let's go to David Brown Jr.'s postgame. This was after their first win over Beverly last Friday
What's
night.
up, Dave?
So check this one out. Yeah, I'll tell you guys.
All right, man, you guys start off the season with a W. Just talk to me about this game, how it went.
Yeah, just coming into the game, we know it was going to be a big crowd, so we all had to bring crazy energy to the court, and everyone during practice this week really got to all the plays, so it was a good team fight.
You guys came out firing. It was like 14-0 to start off, and the game kind of settled down. They got in it, but you guys never really let them get too into it. You guys kind of withstood their runs and everything. Let's talk about the kind of points you guys had.
Yeah, last year, my dad talked about how last year we'd come off slow and we'd get down 6-0. So this year we wanted to come out first game firing on all cylinders.
How did it feel just to have a crowd, a large crowd, as opposed to what happened?
Yeah, the last crowd I probably played was in the Garden, so coming back to this and seeing everyone in the crowd, it just gives you energy and fire in you.
Well, how's the 1-0 feeling you feel like?
We're just taking it day by day and step by step.
All right, man. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, and we are back. Okay, lastly for the high school sports, check out the highlights from high school basketball action. And then we got top plays and game picks and, yeah, all that good stuff. It's the holiday season. All right. And we are back. You guys want to know a fun fact before we get into the top 10 plays? There's 3 juniors here. He's a junior, and Pedro's a junior. I'm the only non-junior. And if Dave was here, they'd be a 4th junior.
I love being a junior, too.
I'm the only non-junior.
I am the junior here.
This guy said he was going to dunk on me.
Yeah, I named after my grandfather, so that kind of, no, it's not the same.
I was talking about what I used to do to you, man.
Never in your life. I can't believe these dudes are throwing it down like that.
Oh, you mean on tech?
Oh, my guys like that.
Yeah, Corey, man, you got to stop teaching kids to take helmets, man.
NBA top 10 plays. Check out the NBA top 10 plays.
It's all love, though. Nah, they gotta be fine, though. Yo.
All right, and we are back. NFL top 10 plays. Then we got our game picks. I don't think Todd wants to see his.
Oh, I know.
from
I got
last week.
smoked. But yeah, also, too, it's only jokes, everybody. Only jokes on the show.
We love everybody.
You gotta be able to take jokes you get on the court, man. That's just part of playing basketball.
And we are back. Okay, we come to the end here. We got the game picks coming up.
Here we go.
Todd went 5-9 last week.
Really?
Wow.
I went 8-6.
I thought I went 2 and something.
It was those early slot games.
I just thought I got smoked. That ain't bad. 5-9. I'm content.
Yeah, that's not bad. I thought I did worse. All right, we're gonna start it off Thursday night football divisional game. Kansas City at the Chargers. Chargers playing well. Chiefs playing well. Chargers already beat the Chiefs in KC.
I got the Chiefs.
Yeah, I like the Chiefs.
All three like the Chiefs. I'm going with Kansas City. Saturday football, Las Vegas at Cleveland.
Las Vegas at Cleveland?
Yes.
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Bounce back for the Raiders. I'm going with the Raiders. You guys,
Every time I
hold
pick
on.
against the Raiders, I lose.
This game might not happen because there's some players in COVID protocol. The Baker Mayfield's
Baker. I
the
forgot
head
about
coach
that too. So yeah,
and
let's-
stuff.
So
Let's go
question.
to
So they're not going to play the game, or they're going to just have them?
they don't know about Baker.
It might not happen. It's right now. It's on.
So
but
you should have told me that before. I love how you be
You could-
telling us
no,
after the
you
picks.
could-
He always do that.
you can
though.
make you can change
Yeah,
the
I'm
pick.
gonna pick Vegas
Yeah, I'm
now.
gonna go
You
with
over
Vegas.
here always.
Yeah, Vegas all three. We don't go against the Pats.
No.
Pats Colts in Indy. But we go.
It's gonna be a good game.
Carolina at Buffalo.
I think Cam gonna get one. No. Oh, he ain't even playing no more, is he?
I don't know.
Was
but
he hurt?
I don't know, but I
They benched
got.
him.
I've been riding with my man for so long. He's done, man.
They benched him?
Buffalo. Nah, he's just done.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I didn't pick a team yet, but since you said he's no Cam, all right, Buffalo.
Buffalo. Arizona, Detroit.
Arizona.
Cardinals.
Arizona.
Back win, too.
New York at Miami.
Which New York?
Jets.
Miami.
It's in Miami, so
Yeah,
I'm
you
definitely
know
going.
Oh yeah, Miami. Yeah.
Dallas at the Giants.
Oh, that's why you said I might have to pick the Cowboys. Yeah, I'm going with Dallas.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Dallas.
Dallas
man.
all the way
Dallas.
around, man. The Giants are just a hot mess. Washington at Philadelphia.
Philly.
Washington.
Washington. Tennessee at
Hurts is hurt?
Pittsburgh.
Hold on. Hurt.
I don't even know what they're doing with Hurts. I have no
Yeah.
idea what they're doing with him.
Okay.
That's why I'm going Washington. Tennessee at Pittsburgh.
Ooh, I'm going with Pittsburgh. I'm going with Pittsburgh.
I'm gonna go.
Just to make things
Nah,
interesting.
yeah, I gotta go.
AFC.
Nah, Tennessee's trash. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
I'm going with Pittsburgh as well because
Without Henry,
one thing they
Tennessee
do,
can't
they play
anything.
well at home.
Yeah.
Houston and Jacksonville. Lord have mercy. Toilet bowl game.
Wow.
Anybody got a coin?
You know, right? I think I got a quarter.
I'm going with Houston.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Houston.
Where is it?
In Jacksonville.
I'm going with the home team.
Nah, go with Houston. Go- you see all the issues they're having down there. Coach,
I know.
Coach
He's
calling
back
out.
dancing with girls again, right?
He's calling out the
Oh, he's
assistants.
back at it? I didn't know.
Again.
Oh,
He's calling out the assistants that he hired about doing terrible jobs.
Did you see how he walked off the field?
nah. I don't pay
Did you
any
see that
attention
move?
to the Jaguars.
He walked off the field like a 5-year-old after he lost a checkers game to his big brother. Like didn't want to shake his hand, nothing. Just
Well, I've always said that Urban Meyer is a
yeah,
trash.
he's gone. He's
I've
gone
been
after
said
this
he's
year.
a trash human being.
I
so.
think things just falling apart for him right now. He needs to just go back to college. Just so this listen, just so the microscope isn't as much on him. I think he's just better with.
He
I
needed
think
more.
he's done.
He need to go get them.
I think his college, NFL, his whole coach.
Oh, high school. He might do high school then. He might have to go on them prep schools or something like that. Well, whoever wants to hire him, but he's doing too much under the lights right now, bro.
He need to
He's
go
doing
get
the
them
most.
dances.
He's done.
Go get them dances, man.
It's an accountability, like
Go enjoy retirement. You got a lot of money.
I'm still gonna go with the home team
Go get them dances.
because Houston's trash too.
Cincinnati at Denver. I'm going with Houston. But Cincinnati at Denver.
I'm going with Burrow.
Going Burrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Bridgewater.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos just because of everything that happened the past
I'm
week.
gonna go with Bridgewater.
Atlanta at San Fran.
Believe it or not, I like Atlanta in this game.
Yeah, I'm picking
I like Atlanta.
San Francisco.
I'm picking the Niners too.
I like Atlanta. I like Atlanta. Y'all laughing at me?
Nah,
I like them
it's
too.
the
Just
Matty
not
Ice
enough.
thing.
Yeah, I know you and your boy Matty.
Seattle at Los Angeles.
Which
Rams.
Oh, the Rams,
Rams?
man.
All day.
Rams. OBJ about to catch 4 touchdowns in a row.
Maybe 5.
Green Bay at Baltimore. What's left
Green Bay.
of Baltimore?
Green Bay all day, right?
Yeah, I'm going with the Cheeseheads, man.
Cheeseheads all the way around. New Orleans at Tampa.
To go.
Oh yeah. I'm going with the Buccaneers.
My brain is telling me, my head is telling me, just go with the Saints because they've dominated the Bucs in
They have.
in the regular season. But you have Taysom Hill as quarterback. So yeah. I'm going with the Bucks. And Monday Night Football, Vikings at Chicago.
Vikes.
Go with the Vikings.
Yeah, I like their wide receiver core. It's unbelievable.
It's not amazing.
Okay, I left that for you.
I'm gonna go with the Bears, man.
I'm going with
That's amazing.
I'm going with the Bears as well because it's primetime football and it's Kirk Cousins.
Shoes.
Primetime football, Kirk Cousins. They don't go well together. So I'm going with the Bears. And with that, that is it for us for 2021. This is our last program of the year. So we'll be back in 2022.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, happy holidays to everybody.
No
going on vacation.
No more beverages on the show. My birthday was a one-time affair.
Hey, Pedro, man, enjoy your vacation.
Y'all had a beverage show.
Enjoy your vacation, Pedro, man. Live it up.
Over here.
Yeah, Pedro, my guy. All right, Pete.
Yeah, brother.